Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Verbal Tika. And today I'm back again with your new vocabulary module. That is your vocabulary module number 14. And as you know, vocabulary 13, 11, 9, etc. are there on Arun Sharma Academy. So make sure you're watching both of them together. And let me quickly share my screen and start the words for today. So today we've got some nice words. Now, the first word is ata. This word actually was there in the vocabulary 13 also as the fifth word, which was an extra word, and it is there as the first word here. So let me explain it. Ata is a French word. It is pronounced as ata, although spelt as ente. It's a French word which talks about an agreement or an understanding between nations, which is, sort of nations coming together, forming a treaty or a coalition or something like that. So it is a settlement and arrangement, a sort of a meeting and agreement between nations. That is called as an ata. And opposite of it obviously will be a war or a dispute or a misunderstanding. So those are the opposites of it. And I have talked about another word in the previous session, in which I have talked about another word which is related to ata is actually called as dita, which is dente. So de, and let me just write it for you, dtente. So dita is a peaceful agreement between two nations which were in a warring situation, and ata is a general agreement between nations or just a group of nations, etc. So then comes the word fracas. Now, the word fracas is actually a dispute between two individuals who are fighting. So, just an argument, a fight between two individuals is known as a fracas, and it is also physical. So, it's like fighting with each other. So, they were involved in a fracas, means they were involved in a fight with each other. So, a battle, a conflict, a hassle. When you're hassled, you're obviously irritated with something. A clash of the titans. You've heard that, right? So the Clash of the Titans. Titans are giants, and whenever there's a war between two huge opponents, like Pepsi and Coke war was called Clash of the Titans or something like that. So whenever there's a war or a fight between two huge creatures, be it imaginary or be it real or be it corporations or be it countries, it's called as the Clash of the Titans. So here the word fracas in general means a physical fight between two people or two or more people, and obviously who are in a opposing situation. And all synonyms are battle, war, conflict, clash, etc. The opposite word will be a truce. Truce is when you come to a treaty, an agreement, an accord. An accord again, with like you have the Paris Geneva Accord, which was signed after the World War, etc. So reconciliation, when you reconcile, when you come together and you're ready to solve your dispute. So those are the antonyms of the word fracas. Coming to the next word, garble. Now, garble is a verb and it means to change, means to distort the information so as to sometimes create the wrong information and change the information in such a way that you are not giving the accurate description or information that you're supposed to give. So say you are like in a court of law, and you are a witness, and you are supposed to give proof or you're supposed to speak under oath, and the information that you give is changed. You have distorted or changed the information so as to create a wrong kind of a impression of the criminal, or a different kind of an impression, which is you have changed the truth. So you have garbled the information, and you have indulged in garbling, or you have garbled the information. So synonyms will be to make false or to falsify, to distort meaning to change, or to misrepresent means to change the original into something. So basically, lying and changing something is to garble information. Okay. The antonyms, the opposite will be to speak the truth, to clarify the reality, to speak clearly, to interpret in the right manner, to decipher means to show in the right way. So that will be the opposites. And then the last word for today is a slightly different word called highfalutin. Now, highfalutin basically means when you're using a lot of fancy words and expressions, and in your speaking, on your manners or your behavior. So you could use the example of Mr. Shashi Tharoor, who uses a lot of fancy words, etc. when he speaks. So he indulges in highfalutin. Highfalutin with a G is also used somehow. And somebody who's leading a very stylish lifestyle would also be called as highfalutin. So not just the words, even when you're living a very fancy lifestyle and behaving like that, your manners and your words, etc., are very, showing off and using fancy words, expressions, fancy language also while you're speaking. So that is all indulging in or showing highfalutin. Okay. So similarly, the synonyms are aureate. Now this is a different word. Aureate basically again to try to show something that is you know very high society and related to richness and stylish lifestyle, that is to aureate. And to flattering again, so words that you're using to flatter people. And magnific, something magnificent or highfalutin with a G. These are synonyms, and the opposite are, so obviously highfalutin is you're trying to pretend something and trying to show something, so pretentious is also one of the synonyms, whereas the word unpretentious, prosaic, simple, etc. will be the antonyms of the same. So here you would see the words like unpretentious, meaning the opposite of pretentious. Prosaic means very simple and on the face, or simply is just a simple lifestyle. So these are some of the words which are related synonyms and antonyms of highfalutin. And we did some new, different, totally different words today. So I hope you're revising your words, and I'll be back very soon with a new set of words, etc. So that is all for today, and ending the session now. Have a wonderful day, and make sure that you revise your words, and make sure that you're checking the other channel also. Also, please like and share with your friends so that we all can learn together. Bye bye, and keep the good work.